what's going on, y'all? T-Bob here.
And Jake as well.
And you're about to watch a little OTB LSU.
We're going to give you all the latest, greatest between LSU football, baseball, women's basketball, softball, and everything in between.
Bottom line, if you want to talk Tigers, keep it locked, subscribe, like it, and we hope you enjoy the talk a little Tigers recruiting. So something that we don't mention, and again, it's probably a bit of feeling burned from recent experience, as well as a bit of cynicism, but LSU has the number one class in the country for 2026 right now, for whatever that is worth. It's a very good recruiting class featuring a ton of elite recruits. One thing it does not have as of yet, though, is a quarterback. Now, of course, if we've broken down, in 2027, there are a million great quarterback options with LSU ties, headlined but not limited to Elijah Haven. But as we also know, in modern roster building theory, it behooves you to take a quarterback every single year. However, it is shocking, guys, how little quarterbacks actually develop at their school nowadays. The Athletic did a really huge deep dive on the transfer portal the other day and looked at like all conference players, all this other sort of stuff. And maybe the most shocking number that I found, of the 11 quarterbacks that made all conference teams, only 2 were with their original school. So like,
it's not surprising.
So again, be wary of getting too married to quarterback recruiting anyway, because who knows if it actually comes about or pays dividends. But there's a name that's been gaining a lot of steam that could check that box for this LSU 2026 class, and that is Texas quarterback Bo Bentley, a player who, according to the On3 composite, so there's the industry rankings factoring in all the different sites, top 100 player, number 91 overall, number 9 at quarterback, the number 13 player in the state of Texas. And Bentley recently announced his top 3, and it's LSU, Georgia, and Oklahoma. And LSU's interesting here because you'd be walking into a wide open job, right? I mean, in terms of like after Garrett Nussmeier, who is next? Hurley still.
Van Buren,
Van Buren, that's right,
transferring in from Mississippi State.
Yeah, the quarterback room, and think about, LSU's had at least a plan for a long time at quarterback.
Yep.
Because even when Joe Burrow takes over in 18 and he has 19, you're like, okay, well, you have, Miles Brennan. He was going to be the guy that you went to there. And even before you knew Jaden Daniels was coming over, you still felt really good about where the quarterback room was. And you've had a couple of options. You felt good about Garrett Nussmeier taking over for Jaden Daniels. Right now, you don't have a clear path to who's going to be your quarterback next year, where you've kind of had one, at least an idea of who was going to get the first opportunity at it. So you don't really have that. This quarterback class coming up will be intriguing 2 years from now, highly intriguing because of all the names that are going to be attached to LSU. And like you said, you got to get one every single year, and you can get one in the portal now. And LSU probably feels like Van Buren, somebody that they can mold and have ready to go as well. It's a good luxury to have somebody that started in the SEC like he has.
Elite backup.
You're going to have to add one for sure in this class because Hurley coming off the accident that he had, you don't really know where he's at. Van Buren is a transfer, so by the time he becomes the starter, if he does, he'll be a junior. So, you absolutely – not only do you have to get one, you probably got to have a top 10 like we're talking about.
And I'm looking – I mean, if you look between Georgia and Oklahoma, I guess pretty similar situations, except maybe Gunnar Stockton could have 2 years, and all reports are that Georgia loves Gunnar Stockton. And I'll say this for Gunnar Stockton. Have you all seen Gunnar Stockton's hairline?
Yeah, well, he looks older.
And that's a good thing. Like, if I'm a Georgia fan, that is the exact hairline I want in the post-Carson Beck era. It's exactly what I need to see out of my QB1. After all the flash and the Lambos and everything else and the Cavender drama, I want my guy to look like a 42-year-old man with a mortgage and a lot of stress. And that's exactly what Gunnar Stockton looks like. So I'm feeling very bullish about Stockton and the Dogs. But the point is, something that Bentley would have to take into account there, that'd be probably 2 years of sitting there right before that job would open up. Now, how old is Mateer at Oklahoma?
Oh, he's older. No, yeah, John Mateers. He's been in the he was at Wazoo when Cam Ward was there. So I think he might have 2 seasons left total.
So Oklahoma may have the friendliest quarterback situation if he only has 1 season left, because they also don't have like an Elijah Haven in the backyard kind of waiting in the wings. Not that you would, I'm not going to make a decision based off that of a Bo Bentley, but we can factor it in here in this conversation. So, again, Oklahoma, Georgia, and LSU, where will Bo Bentley go? We'll see. Tay, I know you love Bo Bentley, partially because of his incredible Texas quarterback football name. What do you feel?
Great prospect. I mean, 6'2", 6'1", somewhere in there. 3,200 yards, 47 passing touchdowns last year. Only 7 turnovers, but also almost 1,000 rushing, another 16 on the ground.
So Bo can scoot.
He's a dual threat. He can run, and he won the state championship last year in the state of Texas. Obviously, that's hard to do, and again, not committed anywhere. You do well in the state of Texas.
Yeah,
I mean, especially with quarterbacks over the years. I mean, that's a state you always do pretty well in. I think Bo Bentley's a great prospect, and you don't have anybody. You essentially have to bring in a quarterback every year now. You don't have anybody, and I know a lot of people are like, oh, we like Peyton Houston and Elijah Haven. Can you get one of them to reclassify? I personally don't like when guys reclassify, because you're pretty much punting on that first year. That's going to be their freshman year or their senior year in high school is really what it is. I mean, you're almost having a guy sit for 2 years when you do that.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I'd rather just grab somebody from 2026. Bentley, good player.
Boot scooting Bentley. That's what you could say after he runs for a touchdown.
Something to
I like that.
I don't hate it.
Little Garrett Green. God, Garrett Green didn't quite have the year that I wanted.
No, he didn't. You and I were so high on Garrett Green going into the year.
I know.
He's tough.
He's tough. He's a tough son guy.
The whole team,
That was
though.
a $2 steak, Bo.
Whole team was disappointing. But that's why we're in the Rich Rod era. We are on to Rich Rod. Anyway, so shout out Bo Bentley. Be on the lookout for him. Could potentially join the #1 recruiting class in 2026. Wow, Jake, what incredible takes.
I mean, those guys, they're just the best.
I think so. And if you think so, again, hit the like button, subscribe, ring the bell so you get notifications when we post every single day here on OTB LSU.